I remember in that picture, I remember reading the caption, and it basically says something along the lines of, oh, just met with Jeremy Runnels we're both good people that simply just have a difference of opinion. No, the subreddit that he crowdsourced the freaking CES letter from is not full of intellectually honest doubters expressing concerns. These people hate us.
Yeah.
They hate us, Jim Bennett. They won't stop at an I'm sorry. They won't stop at a revision of the history of the church. They won't stop until you cease to exist, because the power that the church wields is what they hate. So you can smile and take pictures all day long and fantasize that you're just two good guys, aw shucks, that have difference of opinion. But if you really think that it's just a difference of opinion that motivates this, then you are absolutely lying to yourself. And it's the boomers of the church that get bamboozled.
To address Jeremy Runnels in here, we've already mentioned him briefly. And
oh yeah, I mean, okay, yeah. So Jeremy Runnels.
Okay, let's go. Hold
on.
We're gonna do this in real time so everybody gets to see it.
Yeah. So for an anti-guy who was a member of the church and left, right before we get to.
Oh, this cat right here. Oh, so apparently Uchtdorf is reading his stuff. That's not Photoshop. No, I'm just kidding. So it's this guy. Duh.
Yeah.
Wait, pull up the picture with the speakers. Just over to the left?
This was, I was clicking on the wrong screen. Yeah, this one I had a real problem with. It was actually this YouTube video that made me lose respect for Jeremy Runnels.
Yeah.
Because it became painfully obvious. If you already have speakers set up outside of your supposed, you're not your excommunication, but your church court, your disciplinary council, mm-hmm. All right, where supposedly you claim to be so internally torn by this decision and this and that. No, it's obvious that he became a miniature rock star, and this was the first time he was offered a microphone and a place to stand in front of a lot of people and a coolness that he was probably never afforded previously. And that's a powerful drug. And he chose the coolness of anti-Mormonism, the coolness of anti-Mormonism over the actual, you got doubts, there's weird stuff in church history, fine, write a PDF about it and then figure out the problems. But when I found out he never actually sent his quote letter to a CES director, to the actual CES director, and there was proof that he did not. And then when I saw that he recorded the disciplinary council in order to show the world, it became obvious that he was a really poor showman, raising awareness, AKA getting attention, instead of somebody who had legitimate doubts. Doubts can be dealt with, doubts can be addressed. A desire to be cool comes from an emptiness within that needs to be filled from within and cannot be dealt with externally. And when you misrepresent yourself like that, you'd lose me.
You're lying. You're literally lying.
I'm lying, or he was?
No, he was, right? And this moment for me, when we see him with these speakers, reading to a crowd of people who came to hear this, that's the most disingenuous thing for how he left the church.
Yeah, and you remember how I say boomers ruin the church? I'm sorry, I respect this cat right here. You know what I'm saying?
That's Jeff, not Jeff.
Come on. Yeah, we're both totally blanking on his name.
So late.
He did the faithful response to the CES
Jim Bennett.
letter.
This is Jim Bennett.
Bennett. There we are.
Jim Bennett's a really cool guy.
I looked on this one. I read the article.
Matched with his daughter on Tinder, our mutual ones.
Wait, shut up, really?
Yeah, matched with his daughter on mutual ones. Yeah.
Oh, with his daughter. No, I thought him.
No, it was when I had.
Oh gosh,
better story.
Wrong app.
No, it was when I had Mutual Plus. I could see all the girls who had swiped up on me, and I was like, Jim Bennett's daughter. But
that's funny. So, the thing is, I remember in that picture. I remember reading the caption, and it basically says something along the lines of, oh, just met with Jeremy Runnels we're both good people that simply just have a difference of opinion. No, the subreddit that he crowdsourced the freaking CES letter from is not full of intellectually honest doubters expressing concerns. These people hate us.
Yeah.
They hate us, Jim Bennett. They won't stop at an I'm sorry. They won't stop at a revision of the history of the church. They won't stop until you cease to exist, because the power that the church wields is what they hate. So you can smile and take pictures all day long and fantasize that you're just two good guys, aw shucks, that have difference of opinion. But if you really think that it's just a difference of opinion that motivates this, then you are absolutely lying to yourself. And it's the boomers of the church that get bamboozled. Now, I don't want to rip on this cat because he made, I think, the best written response to the CES letter. That is quite
we used
humorous.
It for help in our project. We credit him a ton.
Yeah, we credit him a ton, and we use that for a lot of help in our project and so on and so forth. But when you go at these things and you think, oh, this is just a difference of opinion, then I am so sorry that you're getting played, and I don't like watching people get played.
I think that Jim Bennett, though, is trying to be as Christ-like as possible here, right?
No, I respect that he's trying. Yes.
Yeah, and like, to give the benefit of the doubt to Jeremy Reynolds, which I don't know. Having seen what I've seen, it makes it very difficult for me to believe that Jeremy Reynolds is actually honest at all in all of this. I think now he's caught up in the money of his CES Foundation.
Well, that's the other thing.
And he can't leave it.
There's so much money in anti-Mormonism, I can't take these people seriously. Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're a Mormon bishop, I feel bad for you, because you just got basically called to serve people you love in a 25-hour-a-week unpaid part-time job. And no matter how you spin that or how wealthy you are, that's mental bandwidth. If you're wealthy and you can handle it, that's mental bandwidth. If you're not wealthy and you can still handle the mental bandwidth, it's now mental bandwidth plus financial sacrifice. Yeah. But at the end of the day, no matter how stupid or insensitive a comment the bishop makes, or how poorly planned the activities committee's Christmas party is, at the end of the day, you can look at it and be like, well, they volunteered and they gave it their best. You know, whereas these cats are making the bank off of this anti-Mormonism. I mean, the freaking faith crisis cruises John DeLynn puts on.
Yeah.
Like at what point is it not just like, that's literally what the MLMs do. Offering a cruise at the end of the summer.
He has a life coach MLM called Thrive. I think he is Utah to the brim. But and let me say, this is so one of the things I like about like doing film stuff and leaving Utah quite a bit. I've got a lot of friends in Austin, in California, and New York. When I go to Austin and I like talk about some of these people I mean, these guys who are never been LDS, got nothing to do with Utah, musicians, actors, a lot of them. I talk about like who like, you know, are pulling some of the culture and everything here. And they like, I show them pictures of guys like Jeremy Reynolds, and they're like,
it's the banality of evil. Like, it's literally the banality of evil.
This is like a cool guy where you're from. And I was like, yeah, like is Utah that boring? We're like, this is like, you know what I mean? Like,
I wouldn't say cool, but it reminds me. Do you remember there was that journalist that did the Nuremberg trials?
Yeah. And the banality of evil when he finally met the Nazi.
When he finally met the Nazi, this old man in his 80s who's complaining that, like, you know, the milk wasn't warm or whatever he was complaining about. He looked just like any other old man in a retirement villa, so much so that she coined the term, I was amazed by the banality of evil, the boringness of evil. And it reminds me, and I do say evil because when you intellectually, dishonestly, for self-aggrandizement or self-enrichment, create materials meant to basically break up families, when you go home wrecking for profit, I call that evil. All right. And that's what John DeLynn and Jeremy do, is they home wreck for profit. There's no other way of putting it in my mind. Okay. When you do that, I have a huge problem with it, and I call it evil. And the sad thing is they don't end up refuting scripture. I've said this before. These anti-Mormons don't end up refuting scripture. They just fulfill it. Because it says in the latter days, there will be a point where the devil will be arrested. And once people actually have a chance to see him there, you know, arrested and not powerful, we will look upon him and say, is this the man that made the earth to shake?
Mm-hmm.
You know, is this the man? And when you look at Jeremy Reynolds, you're like, this is the guy that made you lose your testimony?
Yeah.
Like, this is the dude that make you give up the cool of going to a foreign land, learning another language, connecting with another person on the most fundamental human condition of being a child of God, and then cultivating a spirituality that's universal everywhere. You forsook that 17-year-old progmo. You exchanged blue hair for a 2-year selfless mission. It's beyond pathetic. It's sad.
And I think that he just entraps people, you know, with the sob story he has at the beginning.
No,
of the
I think
CES
he facilitates
letter.
the entrapment that the devil has through frustration.
Yeah, he like tells people that he had these questions that were never answered, and creates this picture that for some reason Mormons will never tell you the truth about any of these things that I now have in this huge PDF. Right?
Yeah, and when John DeLynn says, if you want to make claims about the truth of the church, you better be able to prove it. If you want to make claims, Jeremy Reynolds, about the truth of the CES letter, show me the postmark. Show me the CES director that you sent it to. I have yet to see any definitive proof that this guy actually sent the CES letter to anybody before he let that loose on the internet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I just think he gets people who are trying to figure out what is true, and then he feeds them a bunch of half-truths and a bunch of lies to get them where he's at. You know?
Okay,
and to get them to support him.
Well, he's got to be top dog then right now. Isn't Jeremy Reynolds like the new John DeLynn? I mean, he wrote the CES letter. That's got to be bigger than Mormon Stories at
He's
this point,
definitely
right?
younger than John DeLynn.
Okay, is there any left Kwaku L?
Yes.
As Siri in the English tonalities.
We'll do. I had Durbin and White on my mind because we just did a thing about them. But I'll make it quick with these two last guys.
Sure.
So first one's James White.
James White. I'm doing
James
this
White.
in
You
real
have to type
time.
in pastor because the football guy comes up.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Imagine being like, doing so much in the public arena. And you type in your name, and that like you got to type in like your job after.
So is
it
this guy with the gauges,
or is it the black and white picture?
This one.
Oh, are they even different? No, it's the dude. It's the bald guy with the
first one
right there.
It's the John Malkovich looking dude.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
this cat right here.
Yeah. James White is I've met him. He's an unhappy man.
Really?
He is an unhappy, sad man.
Now, are you just saying that to be vindictive?
No.
You personally, you know what I'm
every
saying?
single person I've spoken to who's met him has said the same thing.
Really?
He's an unhappy, sad man. It comes off on camera. He just the conversations I've had with him, he's not the happiest dude.
Well, is it because Calvinism preaches that you're predetermined to some kind of death or hell?
There's a lot more to it. Like with Calvinists, I have a special part in my heart for them because the biggest anti-Mormon Calvinists, the more you learn about their life, the more you figure out why. And it's never scripturally based. It's never about the religion. So,
we were talking about that before.
Aaron Schaff with the girl, right, in high school. Okay, that's where it starts. James White has an especially sad story.
Well, can we help this guy? I don't know. Is he single? Do we need to send?
He's married. I'm pretty sure because he has grandkids.
Okay.
Yeah, it
cool.
looks like he has a ring.
Is he hungry? He looks skinny. We can bake him a cake.
He actually lost weight. He used to be kind of chubby, and he lost.
Okay.
So this is him in shape.
What if he just record our best dad jokes? Send him over there.
I mean
he'd be like, stop, please.
So basically, James White, Dr. James White is what he goes by. I figured out that he's not a doctor.
Yeah, those interesting doctorates that you can get from online seminaries.
Wait, go to Google real quick. Type in Columbia Evangelical Seminary.
Okay, we're doing this in real time.
Real time.
So, just so everybody sees that I'm not cheating here, we've got Columbia
Evangelical.
Oh, it sucks. Can't see it on the screen, but
Seminary.
Okay. Oh, it's the first hit when you go Columbia Evangelical.
Go to all though. Don't go to the.
Okay. Boom.
Click on see outside. You see the image, the Google image.
What is it? A church building? One of ours? Did they buy an old church? Oh, it's an old Kmart. Is it?
What?
Are you kidding me?
This is the building that James White got. So people started looking it up, realizing it is not an accredited institution. It's like one dude with a couple online classes, and this is apparently the building it was based out of, which is it's just an abandoned old building.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, he's not a doctor. It's fake.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So he's got a fake. So
What?
a lot of these big Christian apologists do have fake doctorates. Ravi Zacharias is one. Like a lot of these guys. So yeah, this
Look
is
at
James
that.
White.
Oh my gosh, it doesn't even have a sign on the building. This looks like if they were going to film like a 1980s, like, John Carpenter's Halloween in a mall or something, like a post-apocalyptic movie.
You can't get a degree in a strip center. I'm just going to say you can't. It doesn't happen, right?
Well, not a real one. You can get lots of degrees.
This is lower than like, I would say the University of Phoenix, but they actually upped their game a lot. And Shaq graduated from the University of Phoenix.
Yes, I have.
So you can't knock that. You know what I'm saying?
So this is Columbia Evangelical Seminary. Yeah. And the more digging I did into James White is the reason I think he's just a sad dude. Here's one. This is kind of heavy, so I don't want to make a lot of jokes. But this is also what I've read. Compare his school to BYU.
Yeah, I was about going to say, I was literally pulling this up. I'm like, guys, this is literally
compare
what
his school
we're competing with.
Compare his school to Salt Lake Community College.
This. All right? Like this, no logo, and a rusty, like literally a rusty pole. Like the thing in front of their place is a rusty pole. This.
Dang.
Oh, they need more of that. At their seminary. That's what they need more of.
They don't have cheerleaders.
Maybe
at
they'd
that
be happier.
building
You know what I'm
garden.
saying? Boom shakalaka is
Right.
all we can say. That's what they need more of, is the Cougar connection. Speaking of which, while I was there, apparently it was policy that all of the cheerleaders have to be flyers. Meaning like small enough to do flips and acrobatic
Really?
crap.
Every single one?
Yeah, all of the females are flyers and all the guys have to be able to. They don't have any of those like middle ground cheerleaders, and there's actually a science to cheerleading. Just like there's like fullbacks and linebackers and quarterbacks in football.
Mm-hmm.
Like every girl on the BYU cheer squad has to be a flyer. Like no wonder they're so tiny and small.
Yeah.
But because they have to be able to do all those crazy flips in the air, and that's why they win all those awards. Is because every single cheerleader is a flyer.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
That's
side
cool.
note.
So-
the things you learn while you're talking with anti-Mormons.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, look, and apparently, if you look here, guys, tryouts are coming up. Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
Sweet.
So this is what happened. His sister. So James White's dad is a Baptist pastor as well.
Oh, okay.
Here's where the drama begins. His sister left being a Protestant and became a Catholic.
Okay. Oh no, became a Catholic from being a Protestant? Ooh,
Yeah.
that's like.
But
whoa.
but you read about her story online. She claimed that senior Pastor White, not James White, his father, child molester.
No, don't you dare say the
dude.
word.
So that's what's all the like online accounts.
Now,
come
is that
from.
just no? But hold on. Before we start
She has
throwing
said
out
that.
those kinds of
No. I'm not-
allegations and
yeah.
repeating it, is that just a daughter that went crazy on it? Because we've known people,
Right, people
that have
go
made
crazy,
crappy
right.
accusations.
Like
I would
McKenna
never want to
Denson.
disbelieve somebody that had such a
Right.
terrible claim, but we got to be responsible with that kind of cheese.
No, I'm not saying it's happened. I'm saying this is what's put online, right? This is what people have said publicly. This is what his
Okay.
sister said. I wasn't there. I don't know. Everyone knows. I'm not the first to just believe someone because they said something, right? But the more digging you do into the lives of these apologia guys, you find a bunch of really sad stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like there is a level of like sadness there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, where kind of anti-Mormonism becomes the cross that they pick up to fight against,
you know?
because there's
Yeah.
nothing else there.
And so yeah, and Durbin is also an interesting example. So he was
Wait, the guy that was a Ninja Turtle, right?
Yeah, so they work
Oh,
together.
can we look him up? This guy's cool.
So they work together now. So
Okay, so hold on a second. Jeff Durbin, when you told me he was a Ninja Turtle, you're invited on the show, Jeff Durbin. I don't care what you want to say about Mormons. As long as I get an autograph, was he Leonardo?
I have no idea.
Donatello?
Don't know. But
No,
he
you don't
has
know? Okay.
5 black belts.
5 black belts.
5 of them. Like,
Holy
how
crap.
awesome is that?
Okay, so here's Jeff Durbin, bro.
I
Seth.
fully expect Jeff Durbin to be leading a small army at the second coming. Like he will control one small town. You know, there's no doubt in my mind.
Okay, so here's the bro. Here's the
Yeah.
bro. Oh, so
Burger-
he's like
Burger
a bro
King.
pastor.
Burger King.
Oh yeah,
we got
I
it.
forgot
He looks
about
like the
that.
Burger King. I call him the Burger King.
Oh my gosh, look at this. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to look up Burger King mascot. You know what I'm saying? And here is the straight up Burger King mascot. Ladies and gentlemen, right there, none other than Jeff Durbin. Look at that. He does look like the Burger King mascot. Uh-huh. Oh, dude, that is so funny. It's like so true, though. Like, look at this cat. That is straight up Burger King mascot. He just needs the hat. That's pretty good, Kwaku. That's pretty good.
Dang.
I give you props.
So Jeff Durbin. So Jeff Durbin was a Ninja Turtle. He was in the military. He was kicked out of the military. Again, this is just things from online, right? Not just random comment sections. People have written like articles and stuff about this.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look. Promo reel.
Where is he?
There he is.
The promo reel. Dude, I'm looking this up. Dude, this guy straight
He looks
up,
like Mac from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah,
look,
he
does.
He's got a promo reel. Power move, spin, side. Guys, I'm sorry.
That's
we
like
have
some
to
we gotta
watch
watch
this.
Stuff. Yeah.
We have to watch your boy Jeff Durbin's freaking awesome. Ojai, California. That's actually kind of by us, dude. Is he going to start doing some cool like kicks and spins and stuff? Okay, I'm fast forwarding just a little bit here. Wait, but that's not him fighting. Oh, dude. Wow, look at that. Whoa, he is BA. Man. Oh,
he does have 5 black belts.
Dude. This is like beyond Cobra Kai. Now, this doesn't look like it's choreographed, is it?
I think it's free. He was on MTV too. That's cool.
It looks like it's an actual fight.
Dude, this is pretty rad, man. I have a newfound respect for freaking. Dude, he needs to do Jesus karate.
That would be such a big channel.
Would that not be so sick?
That would be a huge channel.
That would be so hilarious.
Like, if this guy did Jesus karate, he would be in awesome shape, dude. Oh, here it is, look.
This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. Fighters on the mat. Face each other. Salute.
What year was this? MTV2, that was big in early 2000s,
yeah,
right?
This looks probably like 2001 or 2.
Okay, let's see what else there is besides the fights. Dude, there's Ninja Turtles.
He was Michelangelo.
And Donatello.
Oh, so he was the guy that they put all the little balls on in order to do the CGI Ninja Turtle.
Okay,
cool.
That makes sense.
So he wasn't the 1990s Ninja Turtle.
Oh, dang it. I wanted him to be.
So he was like the video game.
But look, dude.
He's in the video game. Wow. Dang. Jeff Durbin.
Yeah, we're going back here. That's Jeff Durbin, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Apologia pastor going BA Jesus style. We need to bring back the warrior priest.
Yeah.
Well, I think
if
it looks
we
like
bring
Jeff
back
Durbin
the warrior
is trying.
priest,
Yeah.
There we are. Knights Templar 2020,
So anyway, Jeff Durbin. So the more you learn about Jeff Durbin as well, you find out he had a big battle with drugs, drug addiction kind of stuff.
Dude, I'm sorry. With a freaking reel like this, Kwaku, you can have whatever crazy story you want, and if you're throwing sidekicks like that, I don't care.
You should have a story.
You know,
you should have a story. That's like, if you went from being a mailman to that, I don't trust you. Like something happened. I want to see this step up to the
Kate Kelly
streets.
now.
Like, yeah,
he is second to Kate Kelly because he's doing freaking roundhouses, man.
So Jeff Durbin. Yeah. So just the more you learn about Jeff Durbin's life, there is like a lot of trials, right? But he made it about hating Mormons. And so, again, you see a lot of these people with Zelf. You see it. Kate Kelly's the only one I think that escaped it. But they have a talent to do something cool, and they waste it on trying to attack God's church. And it just makes me go, Jeff Durbin, you were kicking butt on MTV too. Well, you had your own video game fighting figure made of you. And now you're yelling about Ezra Taft Benson and on an empty street in Tempe. It's like, dude, what are you doing,
Well,
man?
and then the only other reason why I do talk about this is because if we go back here and I put it back on the screen, you'll notice that if you go down to Apologia Studios and you click on their actual videos, right, you'll notice that when you go to like playlists here, on Mormonism right here at the bottom, there's 77 videos. On atheism, there's only 18. On eschatology, there's 7, which is really what apologetics is about. Eschatology, right?
And
there's only like 5 on Islam, 8 on Jehovah's Witnesses.
Cardin, look down. There's 75. That's literally general evangelism. Their apologia evangelism has 75. There are more videos on Mormonism than on evangelism.
Yeah, it's
like, what is
I want to know what LDS girl broke his heart. It was Kinsley or Michaela. It was like, I'm telling you, I want to know who broke his heart and sent him into a frenzied panic of trying to destroy the legacy of Joseph Smith. I guarantee, just like all the rest of them.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That is so many about Mormons.
Yeah, like, it almost makes you wonder if it's not an obsession. You know what I'm saying? I really do get that feeling. I grew up in the shadow of Grace Baptist. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's beautiful Baptists, amazing people that to a certain extent, I swear, live the gospel better than I do, despite all my additional light knowledge. And I look up to these people as amazing Christ-like examples in my life. And I think that's a solid 90% of them. Mm-hmm. But there is that 10% that will just hound you down to tell you how you're going to hell. I had a friend that had to move out of his apartment complex because there were so many Grace Baptist Seminary students that would constantly try and stop him and preach to him. He got so tired of it, he moved out of the house.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. But, you know, and even he recognized, though, just like any good system, there's going to be some bad apples. There's probably been some boneheaded Mormon missionaries out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, you can't blame that on the institution. But, okay, is there anybody else that we got to cover before we go?
I think that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, I don't think, I mean, there's Sandra
Is this the
Tanner,
quorum of the 12?
There's like Dan Vogel, maybe?
Oh, geez. If you want to talk about boring, yeah, Dan Vogel's not on anyone's radar.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dan Vogel, like, you got to have like a Walkman to listen to Dan Vogel lectures. Like the dude is like, no one cares. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what's the common thread amongst all these guys?
Or even like, what's the hierarchy?
Well,
no, what's the common thread?
The common thread is that there is a talent there that they have wasted because of their hatred. And that is the saddest thing.
Yeah, I hear
it's just, man.
Bummer. I was thinking this was going to be ending on a funny note with the roundhouse kicks, but it ended on a sad note. But no, we won't let it end on a sad note. And you want to know why? Because as we exit and we fade out, I'm doing this old school radio style. Okay, I'm doing this old school radio style. And we are going to end with cool music as we watch Jeff Durbin fight it out like the stud that he is. Jesus Karate. This is Midnight Mormons. See you guys next week.